Welcome back to the Conference Manager tutorial series. This is the second video for the Abstract module. In the first video, we discussed the configuration of the abstract form. In this video, we are going to discuss the reviewer assignment, acceptance rejection process, and a few other features that lead into our next video focusing on the session scheduler. We are going to log into the demo community, which has the community ID 2. As a review, let's look at the URL to log into this community. You will see we are logging into my.confmanager.com/community/2/login. If a client is a user in multiple communities, they can access their other communities by navigating to their user profile. They can then select the desired community from the community card. If they are accessing a community for the first time, then it will not appear on their community card. They will need to access the login page using the URL we just mentioned with the proper community ID. Once they complete a task such as member enrollment or registration in the new community, they will then see that community on the community card in their user profile. Let's click on Abstracts in the left menu bar. You will see the abstract form we configured in our last video. Click on the dashboard icon. You will see 4 cards on this page: Administrator Options, Scoring and Reports, Reviewers and Assignments, and Acceptance and Emails. All, except for the last 2 options in the Administrator Options card, correspond to pages we already configured in our last video. The last 2 options will be covered at the end of this video. Let's start with the Reviewer and Assignments card. The first button will take you to the Reviewer page where we've already imported our reviewers using 3 different methods. The second button, Assign Reviewers by Abstract, is the first method of assigning reviewers we will examine. You will be presented with all the abstracts that currently have a submitted status. Pending, accepted, confirmed, and rejected abstracts will not appear on this page. You can click the checkbox beside the abstracts you wish to assign reviewers to. You may also click the Select All button. Basic information regarding the abstract submissions will be provided, such as the submission ID, title, format, author, keywords, and assigned reviewers. You can use the inline filtering to help with your selection. After making your selection, click the Next button. You will now be presented with a list of reviewers that can be assigned to your abstracts. Click the checkbox beside the reviewers you wish to assign to these abstracts, followed by the Submit button. If the selections are within parameters of the maximum abstracts per reviewer and maximum reviewers per abstract, as configured in the last video, these assignments will be made. With each method of assigning reviewers to abstracts, you may receive a pop-up warning to prevent conflicts of interest if any of the authors and reviewers are from the same institution. You can override this if necessary. The application will also provide a pop-up if any of the reviewers are authors or presenters on the abstracts you have assigned them to. This is never allowed in the application, so you will not have the ability to override in this scenario. The second method we will examine is the Assign Abstracts by Reviewer option. This is the inverse of the Assign Reviewers by Abstract option. You will be presented with a list of reviewers. Make your selections, then click Next. You will then be presented with a list of abstracts. Make your selections, then click Submit. The third method is Assign Reviewers by Keyword. You will see a list of the keywords that you configured in the Keywords step of the form setup. You will also see how many submissions there are with each keyword, as well as how many reviewers have already been assigned to each keyword. Click on the Edit button beside the keyword you want to assign reviewers to. Next, select which reviewers you'd like to assign to the keyword you chose. After that, select how many assignment rounds you would like to assign. This number cannot exceed the maximum reviewers per abstract you configured in the rating scale step in the last video. You can think of the assignment rounds like a deck of cards. In the deck, you have all the abstracts submitted with that keyword. The first abstract will be dealt to the first reviewer, the second abstract to the second reviewer, and so on. For example, if you have chosen 20 reviewers, you have the maximum reviewers per abstract set to 10. You will be assigning 10 abstracts to each reviewer for a total of 200 abstracts being assigned. If you reach your maximum abstracts per reviewer, it will also stop assigning abstracts to those reviewers. After you have picked your keywords, assignment rounds, reviewers, and click the Submit button. You will see a pop-up asking if you want to save and assign. Save will assign any future submissions with this keyword to the reviewers you've chosen, whereas Save and Assign will assign all existing submissions as well as any future submissions with this keyword to the reviewers. The fourth method is Assign Reviewers by Format. This works in the same way as Assign Reviewers by Keyword, but instead of assigning reviewers to a specific keyword, you can assign to a format. The assignment rounds and all other steps are the exact same as the Assign Reviewers by Keyword. The final method of assigning reviewers to abstracts is Abstract Submissions with Missing Reviewers. This will take care of any remaining abstracts that are missing reviewers. You will see a page with a list of all the abstracts that are missing reviewers and can use the checkbox to choose which ones you'd like to assign. Click Next, and you will see a list of all the available reviewers. You will see a column here showing how many abstracts have been assigned to each reviewer, so you can match the reviewers with the least number of abstracts assigned to them to these remaining submissions. The next option we will look at is Manage Assignment Email. Now that we've finished assigning our reviewers to abstracts, we will want to notify them that they've been assigned and are welcome to log into the application and score their abstracts. This configuration is also done in the Emails step we looked at in the last video. The only difference on this page is we now see a Send Assignment Emails button. The Send Assignment Emails option on the Abstract dashboard will take you to the exact same page. The last two options on the Reviewers and Assignments card are used for reporting. The Abstract Submission Summary page will show a list of all the submissions, and if you click on the drop-down, you can see the reviewers that have been assigned to these submissions. The submission and reviewers also contain additional columns with helpful information to keep you updated on your state of the review process. You can remove reviewers from submissions by clicking on the trash icon, and you can access the abstract scoring page by clicking on the eyeball icon beside each submission. We've examined this page when looking at the submissions page in the last video, so we won't cover that again now. Lastly, you can filter the submissions by using the search bar and additional filtering options at the top of the page, as well as export an Excel report of all the data on this page using the Export Abstract Submissions button. Next, let's look at the Abstract Reviewer Summary. This is the inverse of the Abstract Submission Summary. So rather than seeing a list of the submissions, you will see a list of the reviewers. On this page, you can export a report, use filtering, as well as remove reviewers from submissions using the trash icon, or even remove a reviewer from your reviewer list altogether. Now that we've assigned reviewers and sent them their assignment emails, it's time to look at the Scoring and Reports card. This card consists of two options and will be visible to reviewers when they log in and click on Abstracts in the left menu bar. Only certain scoring reports will be available to reviewers as defined in the Reviewer Roles step we covered in the last video. The reviewers will see the list of abstracts they've been assigned, and the blinding settings set up on the Reviewer Roles step will apply. Reviewers can click on the star icon to score the abstract. Here, they will be able to leave their single or factor-based scores, leave comments to the authors or other reviewers, as well as answer any custom questions. If you have allowed them to edit their scores as defined by the Review Edit deadline set up on the rating scale step, they can click on the edit icon to do so. Lastly, if the scoring deadline has passed, they will see an eyeball icon that will allow them to view their review but not edit it. Back on the Abstract dashboard, let's click on the Scoring Reports option. This page consists of many different reports that may assist in the review and acceptance decision process, as well as the creation of your program booklet for your conference. We won't cover these reports during this tutorial, so please refer to the user manual to review the report parameters, the filtering, and any additional functionality found in these reports. So far, we have assigned reviewers, sent them their assignment emails, and they have completed their scoring. We can proceed to make acceptance decisions and send these decisions to the submitters and/or authors and presenters. The first option in the Acceptance and Emails card is Abstract Submission Acceptance. This page will show all abstract submissions regardless of their submission status. You will have inline filtering at the top, checkboxes to select specific submissions, and a Select All checkbox at the top. Once you have made your selections, you can perform the following actions on those abstracts: accept all, reject all, change status, or change format. The first two options are self-explanatory, whereas the change status option will allow you to change the status to accepted, confirmed, pending, rejected, submitted, or withdrawn. If the review committee thinks a submission would be better suited to be presented in a different format, they can change the format with the last button. For example, perhaps there are already a lot of poster presentations, and you think some abstracts would be better suited as an oral presentation. You can also use the thumbs up or thumbs down icon beside each submission to accept or reject on an individual basis. The email icon will allow you to send the acceptance decision email to the submitter rather than using the bulk method we've already looked at from the abstract dashboard. The eyeball icon will allow you to view the abstract acceptance page that will contain the submission details, view the reviewer scores and comments, and perform the actions we covered on the abstract submission acceptance page. After an abstract has been accepted or rejected, you can send out an email notifying the author. If accepted, the user will then have the option to confirm or withdraw the abstract submission. We look forward to seeing you in the next video of the Conference Manager tutorial series.